welcome to Cat Harmon Yoga. Today we're going to be moving through a Vinyasa flow or a yoga flow, just linking our movement with our breath. Be sure to take any modifications and variations that are necessary for your practice today. We're going to start in a child's pose. Bring those big toes together, knees apart. As you start to reach your fingertips to the top of your mat, take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Feel the shoulders soften down. Just relax into the space behind the back of the neck. Breathing a little bit deeper into the belly. And just take a moment to check in with your body. How do you feel right now? Maybe begin to shift into an ujjayi breath, finding those big full inhales through the nose, long slow exhales out of the nose with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. As you just begin to slow everything down. Next inhale begins to walk the hands to the right side of the mat as you lengthen out through the left side body. You can take this as little or as far as you like. Make it feel good. Be in a space that you can breathe in. Inhale is going to begin to bring your hands back through center and all the way over to the other side, lengthen out. Inhale begins to bring the hands back through center. Take a moment to pause in this child's pose and just begin to check in with your mind. How have you been feeling today before you made your way to your mat? Find an awareness there and let go of any judgments of yourself or others as you land in that awareness. And from this place, I offer you to set an intention for today's practice. What do you need from this practice? What did you come to your mat looking to receive? Whatever that is, that intention for today, breathe it in. Allow it to fill you up. And just hold on to that intention as we start to move throughout this practice today. On your next inhale, rise up into a neutral tabletop. Stack the shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees, lengthen the tailbone away from the crown of the head, and we'll start to roll through some cats and cows here. Keeping a nice engagement of that low belly as you move very fluid through the spine. And just linking that movement with your breath. You move into that cow spine, you lift the belly, open the heart, lengthen the neck. So don't crank the head back, lengthen it. And then exhale, curl up and in. Pull in through the bottom of the ribs, drop the crown of the head down. Last breath here. And we'll start to come back into a neutral space. Finding a spinal balance, reach the right hand forward, left foot back. Lift and engage through the belly as you lengthen through the neck. Exhale, curls us under, elbow taps the knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend and lengthen long, squeeze. Exhale, curl it under, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Last one, exhale, curl it under, tap, lift, press. Inhale, extend. Next, exhale, come out to an awkward airplane, arm to the right, leg to the left, lift away from the ground, but go longer through the spine. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, awkward airplane, open and lift. Inhale, spinal balance. Stay here, take a bend in that knee, reach back for that foot or ankle. Keep lifting out of that right hip as you kick the foot into the hand. Lengthen through the spine. Whatever variation you're in, get a little bit stronger in your low belly. And we'll slowly come back out, spinal balance. Exhaling into that tabletop. Take a round of cat and cow here. And we'll move right over to the other side. As you inhale, left hand is going to be forward, right foot straight back. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Exhale, curl it under, tap the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Next one. Exhale, curl, push into that right arm. Inhale, extend. Exhale, awkward airplane. Inhale, extend. One more just like that. Really lift it away from the earth. Woo! Come back into that spinal balance. Stay right here or take a bend in the knee. Reach back for that foot or ankle. Lift, lengthen out. Really grounding into that right arm, lifting through my low belly, and then pulling up through the heart. Come back out slowly, spinal balance. Exhale, tabletop. Take another round of that cat and cow before we find our first downward facing dog. Beginning to tuck our toes, lift the hips up and back. Maybe pedal this down dog out, bending one knee and then the other. Melt the opposite heel down towards the mat. Spread the shoulders open and wide. And just explore this movement. So it doesn't have to look like mine, but we're getting a stretching sensation along the backside body. We're opening up through the chest and the shoulders. Now make this movement fit your practice today. Last breath here, and then we'll land in stillness in that downward facing dog. Knees might be a little bent first. Heels may touch the ground, they may not. Whatever it is, let go of the head. And then we'll inhale, rise high up onto the tippy toes, look between the hands, step, walk, or hop, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, shoulders back, belly in. Exhale, fold, drop the top of the head down, shoulders are heavy. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain, ground through those feet, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold, empty out all of the breath, drop the head. Maybe the knees are bent here or hands are on blocks or a cat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, palm the mat, find your way back to plank. Let's pause here. We're going to soften the knees just a little bit and then take the heels to the right, center, left, center. Pull in through the belly, right, center, left, center. Last one, right, center, keep lifting, left, center. Inhale for plank, stay here and breathe, or exhale, lower chaturanga, elbows in tight to the body, knees are an option. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Keep lifting the belly as you lengthen the heart. And then exhale, back downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-point. Start to roll through that ankle, one direction and then the other. Relax the back of the neck. Exhale, super slow-mo cheetah. As you start to scoop in through the belly, shift your weight forward, stay high on the ball of that back foot. Maybe shoulders start to stack on top of the wrist. Inhale back, 3-point. This next one is going to take us into a warrior one. Take that same super slow, over exaggerated movement. However you land, get that right knee on top of the ankle, back foot at the 45 degrees, lift the belly, hands lift high to the sky. Breathing in strength in this space, breathing in that intention right into your heart. Exhale out, warrior two. Spin that back foot flat as the right knee goes in the same direction as the right toes. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Scoop that belly in, lift up through your side body. Exhale, side angle, forearm to the thigh or hand comes all the way to the earth or a block on the inside of that right foot. Rolling the heart open, scooping right hip underneath you as you lengthen out to the crown of the head. Inhale brings us back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, runner's lunge, and we'll find 3-point on an inhale. Right leg lifts to the sky. Stay lifted or lower the leg as we roll forward, high plank, lift up. Stay or exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, rise high up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Step walk or hop your way there. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain reach. Lift that heart. Exhale, forward fold, emptying out the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, palm the mat. Find your way back to plank. Choose a Chaturanga Flow of any variation or skip it. Just find downward facing dog. Moving with breath and moving with intention. There's nothing you have to be doing in this practice. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. Just give it what it needs. Inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-point. Roll through that ankle one direction and then the other. Relax the head, the jaw. And then exhale, here we go. Super slow-mo cheetah. Scoop in through the belly. Shift that weight forward. Inhale brings us back up to our 3-point. Next exhale, we find that warrior one. Same super slow movement. Right? Even if the foot doesn't make it, take that left hand. Use that same slow intentional movement to bring the foot all the way up. Inhale will rise you strong for that warrior one. If you're not already there, relax the shoulders, lift the belly. Exhale out, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. So again, you can stop with that forearm to your thigh, use a block, or bring the hand all the way down to the ground on the inside of that left foot. Scoop the left hip underneath you, open up to that heart space, reaching arms in both directions. Inhale brings us all the way back up, peaceful warrior. Hold that deep bend in the front knee. Exhale, runner's lunge, cartwheel the hands down. Inhale finds 3-point, left leg lifts. The leg can stay lifted or grounded as we inhale, roll forward, high plank. Stay here, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Let it go. Inhale, rise high up on the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Step walk or hop. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain lift. Right hand grabs the left wrist, pull to the right for a side body stretch. So lengthen up through that side, even through the top of the head. So no crunching down, but growing longer. Engaging through the belly. Inhale, hands back through center, and we'll switch over to the other side. Same thing. Hip bones are like pressing forward just a little bit, lifting through the belly so you can lengthen. Inhale brings us back to center. Release that hold. Exhale, forward fold. Empty the breath. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold, palm the mat. Find your way back to that plank. Choose your flow or skip it. Find downward facing dog and anything in between. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, 3-point. Let's take a bend in this knee. Stack and open your hips this time. Right knee to the sky. Pull that right shoulder back down towards the mat as you release the head. Inhale brings us back to 3-point. Exhale, super slow cheetah. Here we go. Hold this cheetah or disengage the knee, re-engage the knee. So this has nothing to do with the elbows, not a whole lot to do with the shoulders, but a lot of lower belly. 2 more. Last one. We'll come all the way back up to that 3-point. Exhale, warrior 1. Slow scoop, reach, rise. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle once again. This time let's go extended. Top arm reaches overhead, lengthening out through that side body. Press to the outer blade of that left foot. Inhale, rise, peaceful warrior. Begin to straighten the front leg. Reach up through that side body. And then we're moving into triangle. So think about lifting up out of your hips and then over to the right. There's a softness in that right knee. Hand can come to the earth, a block, or all the way down to the ground on the outside of that right foot. Open up that left hip. Open up through that heart space. Inhale brings us to a peaceful warrior. Start to bend that right knee. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, revolve. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. You can always take this with that back knee down. Again, reach those arms in both directions. Breathe a little bigger. Exhale, top hand comes down. Find your way back to 3-point as we inhale. Hold here or roll forward, high plank. Stay and breathe or exhale, lower chaturanga. Elbows pull in tight to the body. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Lift that core. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee, stack to open those hips, square those shoulders back towards the ground. Reach up through that left knee. Inhale brings us back to 3-point. Exhale, super slow cheetah. Stay or drop that knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to your 3-point. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle, extended. Going overhead with that right arm, lengthening out through that side body. Inhale, rise, peaceful warrior. Begin to straighten the front leg. Exhaling your way into a triangle. Left hand comes to the earth or a block. Right hand reaches to the sky. Grow long in both directions. Inhale brings us up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, runner's lunge. Cartwheel the hands down, frame that front foot, and then we'll revolve. Right hand down, left hand to the sky, growing long through that spine. Exhale, top hand down. Find your way all the way back to 3-point. Stay or keep that foot lifted. High plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, rise high up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain, reach to the sky. Bringing the hands behind the back, you can interlace the fingers to press down. Grab opposite elbows. If all of that is too tight, you can grab a strap or some fabric as well, or maybe just hold the hips. We'll inhale, lift our heart to the sky, press the hips forward. Exhale, begin to fold over. So keep that belly button fastening tight to the spine. Knees stay soft, upper body just melts over the thighs. Relax the head, the back of the neck. Breathe deep here as we slow down for a moment. Gently releasing those hands down to the ground. Inhale again, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain. Finding stork, left knee is going to pull up into the chest. So the left foot can be in front of you. It can rest on a block or it can scoop high up. So the knee is pulling into the belly, hands lift high to the sky. So there are tons of variations to begin to work on our balance here. We're going to pulse that left knee in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that heel out in front. Slowly lower it. Now start to lift, lift, lift. Let it come behind you. And lift, lift, lift it back up. Let's do 2 more. Lift that right leg, right leg, right leg, right leg. And lift, lift, lift. Keep lifting that right leg. Last one. Stand so tall out of that right leg that you're growing an inch higher. Yes, and let's come back up. Relax your shoulders. Stork. Pull that knee into the chest. Crescent lunge. So left foot is going to start to reach behind you. Maybe land on a kitty cat. See? And hands high to the sky as you land. Slight tuck of the tailbone here. Sending it to the back of that left knee. Keep pulling those hips square to the best of your ability, lengthening the low belly, relaxing through the shoulders, the face. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Full variation here of what you would like to take. So that can include birds of paradise, half or full binds. If you're taking that full bind, right hip wants to scoop underneath you. Right arm is going to come underneath you for those left fingertips. If you grab a hold of it and you're really hunched over, maybe come out for a little bit to open that heart space. If you can bind and open that heart, we want to be here, pulling back to that left shoulder, breathing ease into this space. Gently release that hold. Inhale is going to bring us all the way up to a straight leg peaceful warrior. Lift through that side. Exhaling into triangle, right hand again to your shin, a block, or all the way down to the ground, left arm reaching up and over. This time let's go extended through that side body. Inhale, rises you up. Peaceful warrior, bend the front knee. Exhale, runner's lunge, cartwheel the hands down. Inhale for length. Exhale, revolve. Left hand down, right hand to the sky, chest forward. Squeeze in through those inner thighs, maybe twist a little deeper and then get a little longer. Exhale, top hand down. Inhale, 3-point, right leg lifts. Take a bend in this knee, opening up through the hips. Stay here or flip your dog if that's for you today. Right foot comes down, squeezing through those inner thighs. You can take any variation that you would like. Here, just breathe into it, right? Be in this moment 100%. Listening to what your body needs. We'll slowly make our way back to 3-point. Landing in a downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Let that stuff go. Inhale begins to rise you high up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat, step, walk, or hop your way there. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, tall mountain. Finding stork on the other side, so that's right knee into the chest. Take the variation that's right on this side, right? We can balance. Noticing all those little stabilizer muscles beginning to kick in. You know, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. But breathe into that and then try to calm it down. Let's pulse that knee into the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg out in front. Now lift out of your left hip as well. Slowly start to lower. Lift, 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 lift. It's going to come right behind us. Woo. And begin to bring it back. Scoop up through your belly. Whew. And 2 more. So just notice what happens here through this transition. Is it balance related? Is it strength related? Flexibility related? Or are we building tension up in a whole bunch of different places? Maybe it's more mental. Breathe. Come back into that stork. Crescent lunge. Lightly landing here, play with this space a little bit more. We're going to open up more through that right leg, lift up through the belly. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Your deepest variation here. It might look different on both sides. Breathing into the sensation. Don't hold your breath. Don't force the posture, right? Find where you are today in this moment and just give yourself kindness with each breath. Gently removing that bind as we inhale up, straight leg, peaceful warrior. Exhale brings us into triangle. Shin, a block, or the earth. Right arm up and over, this time extend. Inhale is going to bring us all the way back up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale for length. Exhale, revolve. Exhale, top hand down. Inhale, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee. Let's stack and open our hips. Stay here or flip your dog if that's for you today. Inhale brings us back to 3 points. Stay or shift forward, high plank. Stay or lower, Chaturanga. Inhale brings you to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. 3-point will land in a right side pigeon. Slide your right knee towards your right wrist. Right foot towards your left. And then we'll begin to extend that left leg back behind us. So we're looking for balance in between the hips. You may need to slide a block underneath this right leg to be able to relax into this shape. It can also be a pillow, a bolster, yoga bolster, a blanket, a rolled up blanket can be underneath that right hip. But wherever you land, we're going to begin to try to find some ease. So even if that's just in our breath, just in our thoughts, and then it begins to maybe translate into the physical body. If you are able to fold here and you would like to, think about growing a little bit longer out of the low back first, and then relax down into this shape. That right hip, you know, is where we want to feel this action. So if you're putting, oh sorry Peanut, if you're putting all your weight on that right hip, you know, you're missing out on all this flexibility that we could be gaining. So that's where you can kind of determine if, okay, maybe I do need a prop to give myself some support so I can relax. Because that's our ultimate goal here, is just to be able to find ease in moments that maybe previously caused discomfort. That's the best way to word it, right? We're trying to practice finding ease in uncomfortable situations. This is benefiting us mentally, and it's also benefiting us physically as well, because we don't want to hold all this stress and tension and tightness in this space either. We want to let it go. So I'll offer you the next few moments. You're in your space in your home to take a couple of cleansing breaths and really just let go of anything that's kind of showing up in this moment. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out of the mouth. Let's do 2 more at your own pace. Really just fill up as much as you can. And when you let it out, like really let it out. Final breath here. And we'll just take the next few moments to be in this space, right? It's a little bit more relaxed. You know, noticing the sensations. As far as, you know, keeping yourself in a safe place for your body, if you put your sensations on a scale of 1 to 10, we don't want to go above a 6.5, because then our body starts to go into fight or flight mode. So it's just fighting against what we're trying to do anyway. So if we can control the breath, you know, we can more control what's happening, and just gain a whole lot of power here to heal ourselves naturally and to let go of things we don't need. When you are ready, we'll find our way back into a downward facing dog. That can look however you need it to look. If you need to kind of rock onto your hip, pause in a tabletop or child's pose before you make your way back up, or come all the way to a 3-point and just take some movement here. When you are ready, we'll begin to find our way over to the other side. So that left leg starts to slide up, left knee towards the left wrist, left foot towards the right wrist, and you begin to bring that balance into the body. Noticing if you need a prop on this side that you may not have needed earlier. Lift up, lengthen up, and maybe shift forward. And I do apologize for not mentioning it on the first side, but you can take this variation on your back as well. We never want to be in a space where we're feeling like a sharp shooting pain inside the knee especially, or in general anywhere. So that can be taken on your back. I'll do a quick demo if you've never tried this before. So if we're stretching that left leg, we'll cross it up and over the right. Pull that hamstring towards you until you feel some sensation on the right leg, until you feel some sensation on the left leg. And then you start to soften the low back into the mat. And sometimes that one just feels nicer to me in my practice. It's not necessarily that my knee is hurting. Sometimes it's just nicer to try a different variation. Got just a few more moments here. If you want to join me, I'm going to take 3 of those cleansing breaths as we fill up. We'll just continue to breathe in this space of ease in our body, ease in our mind, and ease in our breath. We'll slowly begin to make our way out of this. Again, whatever path you need to take, we'll all find downward facing dog. Inhale's going to rise you high up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat, step walk or hop your way there. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Bringing the feet together, knees apart for a bound angle. So bring the feet a little bit closer to you than normal, maybe. Maybe you can kind of cinch them in a little bit. Take the insides of the feet, kind of open them out to the sides, and then inhale the heart forward, and maybe you stay here. This might be already enough sensation. If you would like to take it a little bit deeper, we're going to start to fold till we can't go any further with this straight spine, and then start to soften through the mid-back, the shoulders, the top of the head. You might rest your head on something. Head on you. Feel yourself release from the sacrum, the tailbone, all the way up to the crown of the head. And inhale's going to rise you up nice and tall. Pause for a moment and start to make your way onto your backs, and we'll settle in for one final back bend of your choice, bridge, fish, or wheel, or maybe a supported variation. You could even take camel. I'm going to talk you through bridge today. Feet are hips distance apart, fingertips down towards the heels. Press into the feet as you lift the hips high to the sky. Maybe even walk the shoulder blades together behind the back, bringing the chin slightly towards the chest as you lengthen out the back of the neck. 2 more breaths in. slowly begin to lower back down to the ground. Take a moment to pause, let the spine settle. And then you choose feet together, knees apart, or feet apart, knees to touch. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Remind yourself of the intention that you set for practice today. Allow it to kind of drop right into that heart. And staying here as long as you like, or feel free to begin to move to an inversion of your choice for practice today. Maybe happy baby, grabbing the outer blades of the feet, ankles, or shins as you pull the knees open and wide, keeping the low back flat on the mat. Hip stand, sending those heels to the sky with the shoulders open and wide, or any other inversion that's in your practice today. We'll take about 4 more breaths here. Again, finding ease in this space. And slowly beginning to make your way out of your inversion. Maybe pull the knees into the chest, give them a nice tight squeeze. And the knees begin to fall to the left side of you, taking a spinal twist, arms open out wide. Let the upper body relax. Find a heaviness here, and then begin to breathe into that resistance, or breathe into that sensation that's happening in the body. Knees begin to come back through center. Take any adjustment necessary, and when you are ready, start to make your way over to the other side. Open up through that upper body. Knees begin to come back through center. Taking any final movement you need to take to complete your practice today, and when you are ready, releasing out into your Shavasana. Taking just a few moments to allow your nervous system to reset and allow your body and your minds to rest and heal. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. Take this Shavasana as long as you need. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much again for joining us today for Cat Harmon Yoga. I hope that you feel good in your bodies and your minds. If you enjoyed the videos, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to follow more updated classes, or maybe join us for some of our online classes, check me out at Cat Harmon Yoga on Instagram.